You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Although Hidden Traps is not officially released until August 1st, you can pre-order your paperback or ebook copy now from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Hey, y'all, it's Jenny Ehrhart from Southern Sisters Radio. It's fall, y'all, and we have a lot going on the Southern Sisters Radio show. You can catch us every Saturday at noon on AM 920 The Answer and on Sundays at 10 a.m. as well. Check us out online at southernsistershome.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, my voice is cracked. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get manly. So manly that we're bringing in our Southern sister, Jenny Ehrhart.
Hey, Joey.
How's it going?
Good. This is manly time.
This is man time.
Also known as Appletini time.
Appletini. Hey, but there's nothing wrong with an Appletini.
No, because
it's still
frankly,
got the booze.
Yeah. You guys have enough beer in your life.
That's right.
This is really more of an autumn sort of themed cocktail. So originally I was doing this for like a ladies' night in, which is great for Southern Sisters.
Sure.
But this is absolutely something that you could share with your honey. A little cool weather, stay in, have some snacks, watch a movie kind of thing. Right? So what I love to do this time of year is I like to kind of tweak my Appletini by giving it sort of an autumn theme. So I've got a Bailey's Caramel Appletini, and it is so simple and refreshing. All you do is add 1 ounce of Bailey's Irish Cream and 1/2 ounce of Smirnoff green apple flavored vodka to a shaker with ice. Now, listen, this Smirnoff Green Apple Vodka is fabulous. You don't need a huge bottle of it. It's great to have around. It's great in cocktails. So you're going to put that into a shaker, shake it up really good.
Okay.
I always like to say that's the time you get out your aggression, right? And then just strain it into a chilled martini glass. If you want to be fancy, you can garnish it with a little thin slice of apple. Amazing.
It does sound good.
Just have that. So that's Bailey's Caramel Appletini. And I'm pairing it this weekend when I have my girlfriends over with some pumpkin hummus.
I love hummus.
Now, I love hummus too. And you probably never thought of putting pumpkin in it, right? So it's not a sweet flavor. It's more of a savory pumpkin, but it's just as easy as can be. You want to combine everything in the bowl of a food processor.
Okay.
And just process it till it's smooth. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree, 1 15-ounce can of chickpeas, or, garbanzo beans. Same thing, right? The juice from half of a lemon, 2 garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of tahini. Do you know what tahini is?
There's a dressing that they sell at Aldi called Tahini Goddess.
There you go. It's a condiment, basically. It almost looks a little bit like soy sauce, but it's made from toasted ground sesame seeds, and it's essential for hummus. It just gives it that extra something special. You also need 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You need a half a teaspoon of sea salt and ground cumin and chili powder. And then I do about a 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. It gives it that nice sort of autumny flavor without making it sweet. And a 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
Oh, I love the cayenne.
You want a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah.
If you like a lot of kick, you can use a half a teaspoon, right?
Oh, I'm going to do that.
So you just puree all of that together in the bowl of the food processor, right? And then what you're going to do is just you put it into a bowl, a serving bowl. I like to drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil over the top afterwards.
Yeah.
And then maybe a little sprinkling of a little bit more of a cayenne pepper on top.
Yeah.
Or maybe a smoked paprika. That would be great this time of year. And
I'll tell you what.
Snack away.
Jenny, my mouth is watering. And I'm sure that I missed about 3 or 4 of the divvy out of the ingredients.
You don't need to worry because it's all on the website.
Boom.
All you have to do is go to southernsistershome.com, click on the blob. The blob. Click on the blob.
I'll click on the blob or the blog,
or
right?
the blog, yes. The recipe will be there for the pumpkin hummus and the Bailey's Irish Cream caramel appletini.
See, this is what you get in Wenz World, folks. You get the real, sincere conversations that we have here.
Well, that's where the fun is.
That is
Don't
where
you
the fun
think?
is. You know where else the fun is?
Where's that?
And that's on your Facebook Live videos.
Yes. Oh, we do indeed. We have a lot of fun with our Facebook Live videos. We record our show every week here in the studio at Salem Media Group, and what we do is we simultaneously Facebook Live it, right?
Yeah.
But it stays on the website as or it stays on Facebook as a video, so you can go and see it anytime.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're still doing the 30% off all orders,
Yes.
right, on your website.
Yeah, let me tell you, we are starting to sell out of our Christmas towels, and they make a fabulous gift.
Aw.
Go check us out at southernsistershome.com. We have some towels on there that are just great for gift giving. They have some very, shall we say, sassy Southern sayings on them.
As it should be in the South.
Exactly as it should be.
Bless your heart.
Thanks, Joey.
You're the best, Jenny. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks
back.
for having me.
Week 10 and it's raining men, and I'm feeling the zen here with that Radio Griff in studio.
You're a poet.
I'm a poet, didn't even know it.
Oh.
Street scholar, make you holla. What?
Whoa.
Hey, let me bring the whiteness back here to Wenz World, okay? Because I'm feeling pretty darn good about my 4-game lead entering into Week 10, Griff.
I hear that, dog.
You hear it. You're picking up what I'm dropping here.
I got that, yeah.
And we got a big game dropping, big things popping, and something else. I don't know how that song goes. It has explicit content, which we don't approve of here in Wenz World.
You're so bad. Just keep on talking.
I'm going to keep on talking. I'm going to keep on rocking. Here, Week 10, here we go. Thursday night special. I don't know if that was a weak transition. But let me tell you what isn't weak. Here's a fact. Fact number 1 today in Wenz World.
I heard there's a rumor going around that there's going to be a lot of facts today.
Lots of facts.
So get ready. Usually not many facts.
No, lots of opining.
Just
but
opining.
Not many facts.
Without any research beforehand either. Just
we shoot from the hip here, as it were. But this is not a hip shot. This is a paper fact here. Larry Fitzgerald has surpassed pro football and football Hall of Famer Tim Brown for 6th most receiving yards in NFL history. Incredible. Thank you for all of your contributions, not only to the University of Phoenix, but also to society, Larry Fitzgerald.
Too bad his team's not any good. Too bad they're going to lose this week to the Seahawks.
Oh, so you're already making your prediction?
I'm already making my pick. Seahawks, Cardinals are done. It's over. Blow it up. They need a quarterback. They need some players. They're old.
They got the old man strength, though, Griff.
They're done. It's over. Seahawks, once again, they start out slow. Everyone's worried about the Seahawks for a minute, and here they come again. I hate this. I'm a Niners guy, as you know. I hate the Seahawks.
The 0-9ers, right?
0-9ers.
Are they changing the team name yet?
They might. Hey, rebuilding year. Trust the process.
I know all about the hashtag. Yeah. Raise the cat.
Seahawks this week. But you have more facts, I assume.
I'm feeling this. This is their 37th time meeting.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a big fan of odd numbers. I'm not one of those weirdos that can't handle odd numbers and things. It has to make things even. Yeah. The oddity of this matchup points a win for the Cardinals at home as they host the Seahawks. Upset special here in Wenz World.
Early upset special. Wow.
A 4-4 team shall prevail against the 5-3 Seahawks. Advantage at Radio Griff.
To me, 4-4 is almost surprising for the Cardinals because I feel like they've played worse this season.
Absolutely. I was surprised when I saw that number.
In reality, they're still in the mix for this division.
They are.
Like
anything could happen.
Rams are 6-2.
They look so good.
Seahawks 5-3. Cardinals 4-4. I mean, this is still anyone's division.
This is anyone's division.
You like the Cards, I like the Hawks.
You like the Hawks. All right, let's move it to Sunday then.
The Bird Bowl.
The Bird Bowl. Well, actually, the Eagles should be involved in a Bird Bowl since they're the best team in the league. But I digress.
More like a bird bath.
Hey.
Doesn't make sense.
It didn't, but that's okay. The birds' lives matter also. 1 o'clock Sunday games kick off with the Packers at the Bears.
I like the Bears, man. Packers, I don't. Brett Hundley, no good. You know, McCarthy talking out of all sides of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So was Bill O'Brien down in Houston, you know, because no one wants to sign Kaepernick. But, you know, they're bringing
collusion.
They're bringing in guys like Matt McGloin, Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson, is that a real person?
It is.
Double J?
The Packers are in serious need of help. And I heard a hot take this week. Someone was saying, Aaron Rodgers, you know, he's going to be due for a contract here after next season. He should move on.
Why not?
Look, he is the Packers. He goes away. This team is suddenly...
Dropped 3 straight.
They don't look good at all.
Nope. And they just lost their right tackle Beluga for the year.
Right.
So they're done.
They haven't done anything besides having a couple, you know, Jordy and Randall and Devontae and, you know, a decent running back in Ty Montgomery. They haven't done much to surround him with weapons or protect him because, look, when he goes away, this team is absolute trash.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should move on. You know where I think he should go? I know we're getting way off topic here.
San Fran?
No. We got Jimmy G. We're set.
Oh, good point.
We're good.
Handsome
There's a rumor that old Big Ben might retire soon.
That's true. A lot of folks are talking about that.
Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh.
Cold weather? He's used to it?
Oh, dude, he would flourish there. That would be incredible.
Would you trade the cheese for steel, though?
Hey, man, if it means more rings, I'm all for it.
That's true. It's all about the rings.
Anyways, we got off topic there. Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh. You heard it here second because I stole that take from someone else. I like the Bears, man. The Bears, I think, have more going for them. They're at home, and I don't think the Packers have it good. It's not good. Brett Hundley's not the answer.
Definitely not the answer.
And I think Trubisky, that they're letting him throw the ball like once a game. They're running the ball. They're playing some decent defense. John Fox, I think, is growing a little bearded, right? He's a little cold weather beard.
It's no shave November.
No shave November. So, I like the Bears this week.
I couldn't agree more. Mitch Trubisky. # do it for Mitch.
Do it for Mitch.
Absolutely. This absolutely exemplifies Radio Griff's point. Follow him and troll him there on Twitter. That it's all about the quarterback position in the NFL.
It's all it's about.
You lose it, it's over. Look at what's happened with the 49ers. You lose Colin Kaepernick, done. Done. Aaron Rodgers, done. Green Bay, stick a fork in them. The look on those fans' faces in the third and fourth quarter last week was absolutely horrendous.
Think about this. We're literally in our lifetimes, pretty much since we can at least remember.
Yeah.
The Packers have been good.
Yeah.
Brett Favre,
every
Aaron
year.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's 20 plus years right there of great, always in the mix.
Oh,
Packers are always there. And we are maybe about to come up on a time here in history where the Packers are no better than the Vikings or the Lions or the Bengals. They're just one of those mediocre teams. That's going to be wild, the kind of the Packers not being in the mix anymore, especially if Aaron Rodgers leaves. I think this is a fascinating story. Keep your eyes on it.
Absolutely. And look, here it is, the NFC North. Minnesota at 6-2. Green Bay loses this game. They're 4-5. Bears at 4-5. So it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And there are many of them in Wisconsin. Lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese up there.
Yeah.
Cold weather.
Diabetes.
Cheese.
Type 2.
Type 2.
Yeah, all that to say, I think we both think the Bears are going to win this game at home.
I do.
Absolutely. Both are wrong. Browns, the winless Browns at 0-8, traveling to the Motor City as Ted Nugent plays the pregame show in Detroit with the 4-4 Lions. Stranglehold, baby.
I like the Lions in this game. The Lions, I mean, like you read off the division. I mean, I know the Vikings are leading the division, but the Lions are still there.
Yeah.
They're still in the mix. Keep winning. You got to win games like this.
Big win in Green Bay last week.
Browns are dysfunctional. They're a train wreck. They're a mess.
Oh.
Hugh Jackson could be let go any day now, I think. Not looking good in Cleveland. I like the Lions.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And they're regretting trading that overall second pick to the Eagles 2 years ago. Kicking themselves. Yeah, man, the NFC North. Oof. I can't wait to see how it pans out. Yeah, I'll take the Lions as well at home. Both are correct. 6-2 Steelers, the aforementioned Big Ben Roethlisbergers, taking on the hapless Colts. Andrew Luck. Okay, what is going on? His shoulder is obviously fine. It's all in his head, says Jim Irsay.
Said Jim Irsay, according to Tony Dungy, who thought he wasn't being recorded, right?
Uh-huh.
He made these comments that Irsay said it was all in Andrew Luck's head and all this. Well, Andrew Luck got hurt like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They didn't repair it. Like, they didn't do it all the right way.
Right.
They didn't rehab. He played through it, all this nonsense. And that's basically wasted him 2 or 3 seasons now because he's been hurt since then.
He's about as effective as RG3.
Seriously,
both of those quarterbacks.
Who should you have drafted, RG3 or Andrew Luck?
Yeah, none of the above. Option C.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, honestly, has stepped in for the Colts, has looked solid.
No kidding.
Do you think of trading Andrew Luck at this point if you're the Colts?
I mean, what can you possibly get for him?
And just build around Jacoby.
What do you get? What do you get for him?
Jacoby's a pro quarterback.
He is a pro quarterback.
Like, he's at least good enough to start for a team like the Niners or the Bills. He's one of those guys who there's 32 jobs, right?
Yeah.
Heck, the Texans. I think they would be winning games right now if they had Jacoby. So I don't know. If you're the Colts, lots to think about there. Pagano, he's out any day now. I like the Steelers in this game, though, man. The Steelers look good.
Man, they just keep rolling.
They're back. Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Juju. So I like the Steelers.
I was doing a bit of research earlier.
More facts.
And did you know?
Facts alert.
That Pittsburgh quarterback, Big Ben.
Is that who the quarterback is?
Big Ben, yeah. Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Not the guy in the rice box, but the quarterback for the Steelers. He's entering Week 10 ranked 10th on the NFL's all-time completions list. That is insane. Guess who's number 9? You're never going to believe this. He's an active quarterback right now. Who we have publicly roasted here in Wenz World for his overratedness.
Drew Brees?
No, but
Rivers?
you're on the... Yes,
Rivers.
Correct. Phillip Rivers.
He's got to be one of those guys that's like has 30 children and is 45 years old.
Yeah, like Cromartie.
All right.
He's got a reality show going on. Yeah, so Phillip Rivers has 39.84, so 12 behind him is Roethlisberger. All-time completions. I know you know this, right? Brett Favre, 6,300.
Also, all-time interceptions, right?
I'm sure, yeah.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. Like Jordan, 50% all-time.
But really, those are also completions to some degree, right? I mean, someone caught the ball on those interceptions.
Yeah, so technically
Favre,
it isn't incomplete.
He's like the all-time greatest thrower of a football ever.
And how many of those passes that weren't complete were dropped? Were good throws that just dropped because of the cold weather.
Yeah.
And cheese overdoses.
Something
and
like
such.
That. Something like that. Chubby fingers from all the cheese.
Chubby fingers. It'll get you. It'll give you that back fat like Red Bull. You got to be careful, kids.
Red Bull?
Gives you wings, but also hella back fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that
hella back. Sugar. Sugar gives you back fat.
I like the no sugar kind.
Yeah, no sugar.
Or the aspartame that's going to give me cancer in 30 years.
Sugar-free, yeah. Yeah, I'll take the Steelers also. Both are correct. Oh, look at that. The Chargers up next. 3-5 at the surprising 5-3, somehow still in a Jaguars.
Jags, baby.
Jacksonville.
They sit Fournette last week because he didn't show up for a team picture or something.
Yeah.
And they still win.
The class photo.
It doesn't matter. They're good. They're at home. I like them. Jags. They're going to keep it rolling. Jags are in the mix. This division's up for grabs, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. I like the Jags.
I do too, man. Surprising this year.
Jags, Titans, Texans, and Colts in that division, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Jags division to steal this year, man. Come on.
Absolutely.
Texans. It looked like the Texans there for a minute. Then Deshaun goes down, and suddenly they just, oh my goodness, what's going on in Houston?
Plummet.
I like the Jags.
Yeah, man. I'll take the Jags at home also. Both are correct. Saints 6-2 at the Bills. And I got to tell you, the Bills defense this year has just stepped up big time. They lead the league in differential, which is huge.
Does that mean something?
Yeah, it means that they force more turnovers than they commit themselves.
Ooh.
So leading in that statistical column leads me to believe that they will win at home against the red-hot Saints, who are second only to Philadelphia in terms of hotness right now, because the Saints have won 6 straight games. 6 games. That's insane.
I like the Saints this week. As you mentioned,
Whoa.
it is a new day in Buffalo. Sean McDermott, former DC at Carolina came up there. New culture up there. They got Calvin Benjamin's first game this week, right?
Oh, and our audio drop of the week is Cam Newton talking about Kelvin Benjamin, but we'll get there when we get there.
Okay, I'm excied for that.
I
look for that's a little tease, as they
say in the radio world.
Yeah, okay. I like the Saints in this game, though, man. We all wrote the Saints off, and here they are. It's like it's 2005 or something again. The Saints look incredible.
They do.
I like the Saints in this game.
And a big shout out to those in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. And I hope all of you can rebuild at some point. Although I wouldn't recommend in a state that's below sea level. Just not a good idea. You did say it was 2005, right?
Apparently so.
Well, you just said
based on how they're playing.
Yeah. Okay. So Katrina, we're good. We're good with Katrina, right?
I think. Well, we'll see.
We'll see how that plays. Yeah, but again, don't rebuild there. It's a terrible idea. But the NFC South.
Let's build underwater.
Let's build underwater.
Below sea level.
It works in Mario Brothers, but not in the real world. Absolutely. With that wah 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 wah. So anyway, I digress. 6-2. They lead that division, but Carolina right on their heels. Falcons 4-4. So this could be it for New Orleans. If they win this game, stick a fork in Atlanta. I'm calling it.
Live look at Atlanta. It's a dumpster fire.
It is a dumpster.
It's a dumpster fire Mercedes-Benz.
The Walking Dead is alive.
They bought a lemon. It's not looking good.
It is. It's a jalopy. Absolutely. Yeah, so where were we? Saints? You took the Saints, I'll take the Bills.
Falcons stink.
Advantage at Radio Griff. We'll get there. The 4-5 Jets take on the 2-6 Bucks.
Oh, man. The Bucks. I think I said it here last week. There's going to be some changes in Tampa. They were supposed to be better than this. They've got some weapons. Jameis, you said last week.
He's a bad quarterback. Can we just call it what it is?
He's not I don't want... Bad to me is a little harsh. He's not a good quarterback.
He's a bad quarterback. I'm going on record. Look,
that's a hot take.
It is a hot. You know what? No, it's a take. It's a realistic take. This team is garbage. They've only won 2 games. They've lost 5 straight. And I don't believe the hype.
Make that 6 straight.
What?
Josh McCown. Josh McCown's been playing pretty darn good lately. They got McCown. They got Austin.
Is it McCown or McNown?
McCown. I get him confused.
It's not McVerb or McAdjective.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm losing my mind here.
McVerb. I like McVerb in this game.
McVerb.
Robbie Anderson, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. They've got a little talent there. The Jets.
They do have. They got the ball rolling here.
Jets win this game, 5-5.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Many people predicted them to win maybe a game this year. And here they are at 5-5. I like the Jets in this game.
Yeah, and look,
they're playing. They're not going to make the playoffs, but they're just playing with something, man. I give their coach Todd Bowles, right?
Yeah, Todd Bowles.
He's the guy up there.
The guy that never ever frowns. He's got like a permagrin going on.
Permagrin, I like it. No, yeah, he's got them playing. He's doing a good job. I like the Jets.
And also, just looking at the AFC playoff picture, 5-5 is not a boot out of the postseason hopes right now. Look, you got Buffalo at 5-3. Baltimore at 4-5, 5-3 Jackson, 4-5 Oakland.
No, it's very likely you go 9-7.
You could squeeze your way in there,
right? You get a wild card spot.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So both of us had the Jets at the Bucks, beating the crap out of the crappy Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both are wrong. By the way, a hullabaloo on the sidelines as Mike Evans decides I want to destroy Lattimore on the sideline from behind like a true thug. The guy's not even looking.
I don't know what's going on.
Mayhem in Tampa. They're playing like a bunch of Buccaneers. Bunch of swashbuckling Buccaneers.
I remember John Gruden. Groomers.
Chucky? Coming back?
Back to Tampa, maybe?
Oh, my gosh.
He's going to be coaching next year.
No way.
Whether it's at Tampa or at the University of Tennessee, or the Colts, he'll be coaching somewhere next year.
That is the hottest take ever.
That's a fact.
Dude, there's no way he gives up the paycheck and ease of sitting in a booth.
Within 2 years, Monday Night Football will no longer be on ESPN. ESPN is bleeding money. Look for a hostile takeover of ESPN within the next 3 years. ESPN's done. Stick a fork in them. John Gruden back to coaching. You heard it here first in Wins World.
Wow. If that happens, man, I'm buying you a cupcake.
I've got sources.
That is unbelievable. All right, Minnesota, with their 6-2 NFC North leading record, taking on the Redskins, who, by the way, got a decent win against Seattle last week.
They did. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk or Kurt? I get very confused.
Curtis Cousins.
It's Kirk.
Kirk. I know, like Captain Kirk.
Oh, like Kirk, like the Star Trek guy.
Kirk.
Okay, but you don't have to be a Trekkie to appreciate what this guy is doing.
Oh,
you like that?
Look, that segue.
You like that?
I do like that. That was an impressive win in Seattle, right?
Correctamundo.
Yeah, it was a good game for
at the Nest.
Old Kirk. Trying to get a big paycheck here after this year. Mm-hmm. Teddy Bridgewater.
Active.
He's active. Yep. He's back. Bradford on the IR.
Oh, Creepy Eyes is on IR now.
Yeah, look for Case Keenum to be starting, right?
Yep.
But Teddy, he might get some playing time. Watch out, he's back.
With a name like Teddy, why not? And I feel as if he comes in the game, there has to be a collective, oh.
Right? I like the Vikings, though, this game. I think they're going to keep rolling. I think they're on a mission this year. Do it for Zimmer's eyes. Do it for Teddy's knees. Do it for Bradford's knees.
God, that guy's knees. They're in worse shape than most inner city.
They'll probably trade him, though, for a number 1 pick here in a few weeks, though.
If anybody's foolish enough to cough up a first-round draft pick.
Houston might be desperate enough.
What, with Yates on the helm? With T.J. Yates on the helm?
On the helm. They got Josh Johnson, too, now. They released McGloin already.
Is that one of those created players on Madden?
It sounds like it.
I know you're too adult to play video games. I know you're the adult in the room, but
I don't play video
for those of us with hobbies...
It does sound like a made-up name.
It does. Sounds like a third-round NBA draft pick. So you're going to take the Vikings.
I like the Vikings.
I like the Vikings also.
Oh, good pick.
Both are correct. The Bengals 3-5, far from perfect. Far from perfect.
Oh, not good.
Taking on the 5-3 Titans.
I like the Titans in this game.
Yeah, me too.
I think this is one of those. Okay, if the Titans are going to be in the mix this year, if they were really, they're still here. They're at 5-3. This is a game they have to win. They at home against the Bengals. Who the Bengals, lots of issues there. Marvin Lewis somehow still has a job, but there's some issues in Cleveland, some dysfunction.
Whoa, is Cleveland or Cincinnati?
Cincinnati. Interchangeable.
Ohio in general.
Just
we have issues.
Blow it up.
Blow it up.
Blow it up. I like the Titans in this game, though. I think this is a game where they kind of like, hey, we're here. I know we kind of had a rough start to the season, but we're turning a new page as we enter into like fully into the second half of the season. I like the Titans in this game.
Oh, yeah. 100% agree with that. Both are correct. The aforementioned Texans 3-5 taking on the Red Hot Rams.
This kills this. Imagine if Deshaun was playing in this game. How exciting of a match. Like the two best young teams in football, or two of the best young quarterbacks. And
now he's just playing Call of Duty from his hospital room.
Poor guy. He's still in the hospital.
He's still in the hospital. It's like one of those 80s movies where they're in there for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Dude, you sprained your ankle. You're good to go. No. I like the food here. It's good.
No, I like the Rams in this game. The Rams are just putting up so many points. Jared Goff suddenly, I mean, we wrote him off after year 1.
Unreal.
Sean McVay comes in there. They got some Robert Woods and Connor Kupp looking great.
It's Cooper Kupp.
Connor Kupp. Is that a name?
Sure. That's like the guy from Terminator 2, right?
That's the other mate. Josh Johnson throws it deep to Connor Kupp. I like the Rams in this game, though. I think the Rams... The Texans can't score points. Old Savage, who's he? Like, he's even got some weapons.
This just in, breaking news alert. Coach Bill O'Brien has been almost 50-50ing first-team reps between Mr. Savage and T.J. Yates at quarterback.
Even better.
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't have dropped Will Fuller for my fantasy team?
No, I think you should have. That was a good move.
Goodness gracious. Oh, the Texans.
They got nothing to play for. Why even play? Just stop wasting everybody's time.
After this week, the Los Angeles Rams of formerly St. Louis, then formerly of somewhere else, are going to be 7-2. The Rams are going to be 7-2.
Who would have thunk it?
What's going on?
I would never have guessed that.
The Rams are Super Bowl contender. If they keep throwing up 50 points a week, who's going to stop them?
Yeah,
the Seahawks are the only hope in the NFC. Vikings aren't going to.
What about the freaking Eagles? Do they fall off the map here? The best team in the league?
Okay, I forgot about the Eagles, kind of. They had a
what
bye,
are we doing?
They have a bye week this week. I forgot.
They do have a bye week.
And I have like 12 Eagles on my fantasy team. And I'm in a real...
Oh, that's tough. Because
of that, I'm starting like 13 Jets. I had to pick up McNown, McVerb, McAdverb. I had to pick up like their tight end. I mean, I literally have 3 or 4 Jets starting this week. It's not good.
Not good for you.
The Jai trade really messed me up too because now he has a bye week.
Yep.
He gets 2 bye weeks.
He did get 2 bye weeks.
Yeah.
Lucky him.
Should be fresh next week.
He should be fresh against them boys.
I got the Rams. You got the Rams?
I take the Rams. Absolutely. By the way, another fact number 4 or 5, I can't remember which one it is. The Rams have scored more points so far halfway through this season than all of that in 2015 and 2016.
Whoa.
That's incredible. And that's all about McVay, man. And it's
it's all about Jeff Fisher. I mean, come on. That guy, who's he been fooling all these years?
I don't know. It's like he has some Jedi mind tricks that he plays on people.
It worked for a good while, but I don't see that guy ever coaching in the league again.
No, not at all.
As a head coach, I don't see it. So, McVay, incredible. He's
unbelievable.
Younger than we are, and he's here leading, coaching this team. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, I'll take the Rams also. Both are correct. All right, here we go. This game right here has some serious implications. Cowboys at Falcons. Dare I say, a must-win for both of these teams.
It really is, isn't it? It really is. But the Falcons aren't going to win, man. Did you see last week, Julio Jones? See his drop he had?
Did you see the hashtag do the Julio?
Drop balls?
Where you literally fall on your face and just sit there with just like a bad baby yoga pose or something.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not good, man. And, I don't know what to say about Atlanta. I mean, what do you do? I was talking to my buddy who's like a diehard Falcons guy, and I was like, what do you do if you're the Falcons? Like, what do you change? Okay, see, this season you go 7-9 or 8-8 and just miss the playoffs. What do you do to get better? Maybe last year was just a fluke. Maybe a lot of it's because of Kyle Shanahan, which a lot of it was. You're going to fire Steve Sarkisian suddenly after 1 year? I don't know, man. I like the Cowboys, though, in this game. I think the Cowboys, again, I think more to play for in the sense that they're still could be one of the top teams in the NFC. Still fighting for that division, maybe with the Eagles. Maybe.
Hey, I'm not. It's really early.
I'm picking the Cowboys, though. I think there's. I've used this word a lot today. There is some dysfunction in Atlanta. I like the Cowboys.
Ooh, Cowboys have won 3 straight. Big win over KC last week. I'm gonna take the Falcons for the first time this whole year. I feel like they understand what's at stake here. They have to win this game to stay in the wild card hunt. I mean, and they're not completely out of the NFC South picture also. But
no, they're not.
They need to win this game. It's a home game. It's a must win. I think Atlanta pulls it out. And
just to give everyone just enough hope just to break their hearts in a few weeks later.
Exactly.
I think so.
100%. Yeah. And look, Julio Jones, he's still leading the NFC with 658 receiving yards. That's another fact, by the way, for you. Matt Ryan's got to get back on track, though. He's got to stop turning the ball over. And by the way, this is more than about the players. This is coaching. I really believe that Kyle Shanahan has a serious regret of leaving. And I know the money's better in San Fran.
You think he regrets leaving?
I think they would be in contention if Shanahan was still the offensive coordinator. They're playing with his playbook.
He's got his give him 2 years in San Francisco. He's got his quarterback now. Jimmy Garoppolo is Tom Brady compared to Matt Ryan.
Wow. Well, technically, he was tutored by Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Why not?
Now he's got Kyle Shanahan, so it's like boom, boom, best of both worlds.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Exactly. Watch out. No, Kyle Shanahan regretting leaving. Get out of here.
Why not? I mean, look, they're 0-9.
So he can win a ring as an offensive coordinator?
San Francisco 0-9ers.
He's going to win a ring as a head coach of one of the most storied franchises in league history.
Poppycock, I say.
Bill Walsh, George Seifert, Steve Mariucci.
George Seifert.
Jim Tom Sula.
He looks so much like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Jim Harbaugh.
Wait, did he win something?
And Kyle Shanahan. Great coaches in Niners hit Chip Kelly.
Chip!
Great legacy of coaches.
Really name dropping now.
Mike Nolan.
Holy cow! Nolan.
Mike Singletary.
You're really throwing it out there. So you're really taking the boys on the road, huh?
I like them boys.
All right, you like them boys. I'm going to take the Dirty Birds. Advantage the Wenz. Giants. This is a toilet bowl. They should just eradicate this game from the schedule.
This is a great game. I'm so excited.
You think the 49ers will get their first win at home against the Giants?
Oh, it's happening. It's a new day in San Francisco.
Wasn't there a show, like a sub show in Full House.
Full House. That was
called A New Day in San Francisco.
Good Day San Francisco.
That's right. With Jim Bob Cooter, right? That's the lead actor.
Yeah, and his co-host.
Jesse's wife.
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl. Well,
like that.
I wish it I Jesse's girl.
That's stuck in my head all day now. Niners are going to win finally. Jimmy G's not starting. I do think he gets some reps in this game finally. Giants. Rumors are already looking at their new quarterback. McAdoo has lost the locker room. Reports say once you lose the locker room,
it's over.
It's over, right? As again, the word of the day for me, dysfunction. Dysfunction amongst the Giants. I like the Niners to finally get a victory. Unfortunately, it's probably going to hurt their draft position a little bit. At this point, when you're 0-9, you may as well just lose out, right? I mean, come on.
Why not?
It's for the greater good. But I do think they'll win. Unfortunately, I like the Niners over the Giants.
I do think that if you were going to win one game, it should be at home. And it should be against a team that's just as bad as you, if not worse.
Really, right now, at this point in the season, probably worse, I would say, in terms of just like hope.
Right, and somebody will say, well, the Giants have at least a win. But, sometimes you look at a team and you can see the digression. And, by the way, speaking of dysfunction, the Giants put the Y in dysfunctional. Therefore, I will also take the 0-9ers to be no longer the San Francisco 0-9ers, but the San Fran 1-9ers.
Oh, it's going to be, I like it.
It's going to be beautiful. And also,
that was the plan all along.
It's so funny.
Have 9 losses, so you can always be called the San Francisco 1-9ers, the San Francisco 2-9ers.
The 7-9ers.
So, hey, 7-9.
What if they win 7 straight?
Momentum.
Unreal.
Take the momentum into next year.
It could.
I like it.
I like it too.
Jimmy G.
And also funny how Kyle Shanahan said how much Jimmy G has progressed in just 1 week's time, a.k.a. he'll be seeing some snaps this week.
I think so.
Most likely.
I think so.
Both are correct. All right. The 6-2 Patriots taking on the Broncos, who got steamrolled by the Philadelphia Eagles last week.
What's going on with Denver?
They're just too high or something.
I don't know something's
that North Slope tripweed that they're smoking. It's legal out there, so.
Like, even the defense didn't look good.
No, Von Miller got tossed around by Lane Johnson.
They're supposed to have this great defense.
Yeah.
They have no quarterback. Literally
shredded.
No quarterback.
No.
Not good in Denver. I like the Patriots in this game.
Hashtag not good. I think that's the most appropriate way to look at this. Also, I have a fact here.
Oh, more facts.
That I would like to bring up as soon as I can find it. New England head coach Bill Belichick has 269 career wins. One shy of third all time. Tom Landry.
Cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Belichick is one of the greatest coaches ever.
But he's still 77 wins, if I'm doing the math correctly, behind Don Shula. God, Don Shula, 347 wins. Unbelievable. There's no way Bill Belichick sticks around for that many more.
No, he's going out with Brady. Within 2 years, they're going to leave together. And what else is there to prove?
There's nothing else to prove.
And we'll literally never hear of Belichick again or see him again.
No, not ever.
He'll disappear.
Do you think the pencil behind Matt Patricia's ear will disappear when Bill Belichick leaves? I can't stand that damn pencil behind his ear.
Does that bother you?
I just want to snap it in half. I can't stand it. He never uses it. It's one thing if you use the pencil and you're making notes on your little... By the way, I know you're not using the pencil because your paper's laminated. Nobody uses a pencil on laminated paper.
Maybe it's
I learned that in elementary school.
A spy camera?
Do you think it could be one of those spy cameras?
A ball deflator?
It could be a ball deflator.
A small ball.
Lots of that come small ball.
Could be. Cough, cough, cough.
I'm sorry. I'm convinced I have some sort of
Ebola.
Not only halitosis, but probably hepatitis.
C?
Lots of H words going on here.
D?
Definitely not HIV or HPV. I've been tested for both of those. I'm good. All right, moving on. Yeah, and I think that Belichick ties Landry third all time after Sunday night as they steamroll Denver. And I love the way Belichick trolls every coach he plays against. He always is over-flattering. Yeah, they really have an explosive offense. They didn't put anything together against Philadelphia. Nothing.
No, they really have an explosive.
That's really good.
It's really good. They really have an explosive offense. Any more questions?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Belichick and Greg Popovich are related. They're like distant cousins.
I'm next week I'm going to do the whole thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, the Patriots, they're the team to be in the AFC. Them and the Steelers. Look,
we're on to Denver.
They're gonna. Coach, we understand you feel they're explosive, although the statistical categories don't really match up with that.
Brock Osweiler, you gotta watch out for him.
You gotta watch out for Brock. Absolutely, especially after last week's performance against Philadelphia. Riveting. So riveting that they changed the game to a more competitive contest. It's bad when that happens.
You can't control things, so just really hard playing football.
It's amazing how Bill Belichick sounds so much like Boomhauer from American Hill. I think it's fantastic.
King of the Hill?
King of the Hill, American Hill.
I feel like that would be the name like in Europe.
American Hill. These trashy rednecks and their beer drinking, propane using selves. Pardonnez-moi, ma chérie. All right, so you got the Patriots too, right?
I got the Patriots.
All right, you got the Patriots too, man.
I kind of sound like Shaquille O'Neal some too, huh?
Yeah, it does. Go to the general and save some time. Both are correct. 4-4 Dolphins Monday. Take
Jay Cutler.
The Cutlers. The cigarette burn is healed. Completely only some mild scarring as he takes it on the road to the 6-3 Panthers. First of all, let's get your pick, and then we can get into the audio drop of the week.
I got the Dolphins.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I can't put together... No. I like Jay Cutler shows up for big games. If I know anything about Jay Cutler, he wins when it matters. Adam Gase has set a new tone there. He says, you know what? If you don't want to play it my way, I'll ship you out of town. I'll ship you to Philly where you can go win a ring.
For a 4th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
I'll ship the best running back on the team.
Yeah, so if you don't want to play it my way, I'll send you to a contender where you maybe can win. So Adam Gase has set that new tone. Jay Cutler's back, playing better than ever. I like the Dolphins. Cam Newton doesn't know about the Titanic or something.
There's some truth to that. And so this were his comments last week.
Cam Newton's a Titanic truther.
So there's a lot about that also is up for debate. The Rothschild family was supposed to be on that. J.P. Morgan also was supposed to be on the Titanic. Wasn't on the Titanic.
Illuminati?
I don't know. False flags everywhere.
Well,
we're throwing false flags all over the field here.
Uh-oh.
But so this is a post-game presser with Cam Newton, originally talking about Devin Funchess, but also the loss of Kelvin Benjamin to the Bills for a draft pick or two next year.
We just lost a great player, but nevertheless, the Titanic still has to go.
All right, now, here's the thing that kind of gets to me. As you know, if you've seen any of one of my favorite actors of all time, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kate Winslet?
Kate Winslet, okay. Pretty hot in the back of that car. I think they were playing Twister.
I never watched that movie.
It was a hot yoga.
I never watched Titanic all the way through.
Really? You got to check it out.
So what happens?
Well, she survives, the hot chick, but then she gets old and crusty, and then she throws her jewel over the side of the ship to forever be with Jack.
Oh.
Who she kicked off the raft.
So, Cam Newton seems to think the Titanic... He equated his team to being the Titanic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, this week, as I made my pick, they're going to hit an iceberg. The iceberg's name is Jay Cutler.
His analogy actually makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
When you think about it, here we go. Let me analogize here.
Tank and...
Here's the analogy.
Yeah.
When the Titanic was first news, everybody was touting its praises. It's going to be the best ship ever. It's going to be the best ship ever. We're going to make the fastest trip ever. It's going to be huge. And we all know how it turned out. It didn't turn out too well for the crew, the passengers, or the people playing instruments as the ship sank. Which, by the way, what a great job to have.
What a gig.
Yeah, what a gig.
Pays well.
Absolutely. You don't even need the 60s and 70s drug overdose. Just get on a big ship and drown in cold water. I feel like Cam Newton is really just telling us what he thinks about the team. It's a sinking ship.
Wow.
So
he knew what he was talking about the whole time.
He knew. I mean, maybe I would have chose a better analogy, like we got to fly like the Challenger. Something more, recent. I don't know, perhaps.
Don't get too recent.
You don't want to get too recent?
Go down a bad street.
No, like you want to stand tall like a Twin Tower. Something like that. That would have been... Why are you walking away? This is important. We're listening to James Cameron, damn it. This is important.
Avatar.
Or Horner. James Horner. Who did? I can't keep track of all these. Unless it's Star Wars, I don't know.
That is some next level thinking by you, though. Like, I think you might have a point there. Maybe Cam is smarter than all of us.
I think he is. With outfits like that, the way he dresses. So he's a great dresser.
Cam basically predicted they'll lose this week to Miami on Monday Night Football.
He did, but I'm going to go with the Titanic.
Oh.
So the Titanic is making a comeback.
It's not sinking yet.
No, as seen in Ghostbusters, when all the ghosts let loose.
I wasn't alive.
That's the Titanic. That was in the early 80s. Yeah, you're only 23, so you weren't around. That's okay. I'll fill you in later.
Dan Aykroyd.
Bill Murray.
R.I.P.
Yep.
No, he's still alive.
Sigourney Weaver.
Who's the one that died? The other one.
The black guy? Did Egon? No.
Harold Reeves?
The black guy. Not Egon. He's the tall, nerdy white guy. Looks like Bill Nye. Winston's dead. Oh. I think. Let's fact check that, though. I get confused on who's dead and all that. That's why I love New Year's Eve. They tell you who died. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot they died. It's one of my favorite parts of New Year's.
Remembering who died in the past year.
Yeah, because sometimes I forget.
It's like brutal.
Is Julie Andrews still alive? The Sound of Music chick.
I think she is.
See? Do you know? Nobody knows. Just saying. Like, I'll forget that Hugh Hefner died. I'm like, oh, yeah, Hugh Hefner.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Rodney, he still gets no respect in the afterlife. Hey, these demons won't leave me alone. Hey. All right.
Roseanne?
Roseanne, no, unfortunately, she's still alive.
Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell is still alive. Oh, she's ugly. I like the Panthers.
Good.
I'm going with the Panthers here. Advantage the Wenz. So the games we disagreed on.
Let's go through.
As we wrap up this 43-minute segment. We disagreed on Seattle and Arizona. You like Seattle, I don't. We disagreed on Saints-Bills. I like the Bills. You like the Saints. We disagreed on Dallas and Atlanta. And Dolphins-Panthers. So, in theory, you could recompense your losses for the last several weeks and tie me up here. I'm ahead by 4 games, Griff. That could all change.
That could change.
It could all change. So, we never close out a Pick'em segment without sage wisdom from the late, great Zombie Tom Petty.
Zombie Petty. They remembered him the other night at the Country Music Awards.
See, another name that will drop New Year's Eve. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
And they put that, that gives me emotions, man.
You're going to...
Tom Petty.
Now we're just going to wait for the ending lyric.
Are we ready to close it out?
We're ready to close it out, Griff.
Can you set me up?
Yeah.
Until next time.
So until next week.
I should have known it.
I should have known what? What was he talking about?
That's for you to find out.
Oh, I like it. That's some spooky graveyard stuff right there. Well, stay tuned for next week's Week 11.
Stay tuned for a week.
Don't
leave your computer.
Just keep listening to Wenz World.
Don't leave your phones.
There's a lot of on-demand tracks. A lot of them only have 1 or 2 listens, but I don't think the statistics there are accurate because the show's too damn good.
That's true.
I think they're holding me back. I think they're trying to get me to quit.
Atlanta's #1 sports variety show.
That's right.
It airs on Sundays between the hours of 11 a.m. and noon.
That's right. So when you want to skip church, you can listen to Wenz World live on AM 920 The Answer. What's the question? What's the best damn show ever? Wenz World. Boom. Take it. Paper drop. Well, my friends, Week 10 is come and gone, and both Radio Griff and I went 10-4, meaning that I retain my 4-game lead heading into Week 11. But I'm not going to get too prideful because a lot of things can fall apart. But I don't think it's actually going to fall apart. That's just something that so-called humble people say when they're really feeling confident and good on the inside. But we'll have to see if I have to eat those words, and hopefully I can put some hot sauce on them because hot sauce makes everything better. Who we kidding? Stay tuned. More Wenz World coming up.
Hey, y'all, it's Ginny Ehrhart from the Southern Sisters Radio Show. Have you checked out our website, southernsistershome.com? We have the most gorgeous array of gourmet flour sack towels. They will look fabulous in your kitchen, and they're complete with all sorts of Southern sayings, designs. Go to our website and check us out, southernsistershome.com, and guess what? We have a promo going on right now. 30% off your order. Just put in promo code SISTERS at checkout. Also, free shipping on all U.S. orders.
The
Legendary rock drummer Carmine Appice travels the country and continent, spreading the contagious, driving, thundering drum rhythms that thump your rump and roll your soul. Carmine Appice spans the globe, never resting his sticks or feet and pledging to all to rock till you drop. Where in the world is Carmine?
Come out, wherever you are.
So where in the world is Carmine Appice?
I am in Connecticut. I'm just about to go out I got my car warming up out there and about to go shut it off. I got a Maserati GT out there.
Nice. Big ballin' up there.
Yeah, it's 450 horsepower, Ferrari engine, and it's badass, I got to say. I bought it for my birthday last year.
Nice, man. So what's going on in Connecticut today?
You hear that?
Yeah. Man.
That's going on.
Sounds a lot better than my car.
Yeah, it's real good. And we're going to go out to dinner tonight with some financial people, and I've been really on the phone doing a lot of PR for our album, which it hit some Billboard charts this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The hard music chart at number 31, and the indie chart, the Heat Seekers chart, the Northeast at number 9, and we got a lot of ads. We got number one ads position, and I think they got like 16 ads this week, and it's going well. That's between colleges and some, I guess, specialty radio, and we have another classic rock promotion person on it as well. Yeah, so it looks like it's starting to make a little noise,
Very cool. So in the meantime, between this week and next week, what are the plans for Carmine Appice and Company?
I will be in L.A. next week, and we're going to do some PR in L.A. I just did the Eddie Trunk show this week, and a couple other stations that are, network and syndicated, I guess is the word. And then another hour, I got to do a interview with a Harley motorcycle magazine, which they really like the music and everything. So we're going to do an interview with them, and then I have just a lot of this interview stuff, going on. It's really good.
And this is why we love having Carmine here every week, because he lets us know just where in the world and what the heck Carmine Appice is up to, man. This is awesome. We'll have to get back with you next week to see what's going on in your world.
We will, and we're also booking tour. We're just finishing booking the January tour in Europe, and then we're going to do 2 shows at the NAMM show this year, and a panel. Me and Vinny are doing a panel and 2 shows, and then we're also going to book like March, the first week of April, and then May we go back to Europe. So we're trying to put some real cool shows together.
Yeah, man, I can't wait till you guys come to Atlanta. I know it's not on the docket for right now, but you got to keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, we'd love to come to Atlanta. I always loved Atlanta.
Awesome.
All right, cool, man. So play a little Monsters and Heroes, and I will talk to you next week.
Absolutely. Keep rocking, Carmine.
Okay, bro. You too. Bye.
It's Weird Science time.
Yes, indeed. It is time for Weird Science. And we bring the experts here to Wenz World, and today is no exception. Here with Dr. Jeff Zweerink. Jeff, welcome back to Wenz World, man. How you been?
Doing well, Joey. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. Anastasia sent us this amazing press release about spiders. And I think and a lot of people know that I'm not a big fan of spiders at all. Actually, I despise these little pieces of creation. But something that some of them are producing is phenomenal. It's so phenomenal that some of these webs that some spiders are producing can actually hold the weight of a human being. And I thought I'd have you back here to talk about these graphene-fed spiders, Jeff.
It really is one of those fascinating things, and I'm kind of with you. I'm not a big fan of spiders. I grew up in the Midwest where most spiders you didn't have to worry about. I live out in Southern California, and now I routinely have black widows out making nests in my front yard. So I'm not a huge fan of these things, but spiders make some incredibly strong stuff. And, everybody's walked through those spider webs and had the stuff get all over your face. But it turns out that some of those spider webs, the strands in there are some of the strongest things we know, even better than a lot of man-made materials. And so I just find it fascinating that with all the work we've done and the engineering we've done to make better stuff, we look out in nature and find something that's annoying but yet better than what we can make. And so I think that's just kind of cool.
I threw out the word graphene, but for the sake of people like me who aren't too high on the intelligence chain, go into a little bit about the purpose that graphene can serve and how it affects mankind.
Well, that I just want to spend a little time talking about that, because this is just a cool substance, even from the start. Is what graphene is if you've ever worked with graphite, it's just kind of black gray stuff that you put in pencils and it draws. But it turns out that if you kind of work with graphite, typically it ends up in very thin layers. You can actually separate those layers down to where you get a single layer of carbon atoms. And if you look at it under a microscope, it's just this little, it looks like a piece of chicken wire almost, where, the carbon atoms are just at the edge or at the corners of the chicken wire. And so it's this thing that's actually one atom thick, but you can make it in sheets. And it's a remarkable substance. It's one of the strongest substances known to man. It is actually virtually impermeable. In fact, it'll contain helium. If you've ever had a helium balloon, you know that helium just pretty much goes right through the balloon part after a while. But this graphene can keep helium from escaping. It's got a really high electrical conductivity. It's really strong, and it's very flexible. And so it's just this really kind of cool substance that we discovered about a decade ago. And what they've done is actually taken this graphene and tried to introduce it into the spider webs to see what would happen.
So how do they feed the spiders graphene? I mean, was it through food or water or what? How do they get it done?
My understanding was they took some graphene and kind of a related structure is called carbon nanotubes, where you take the graphene and kind of roll it up into a tube. They just took that, made some of this stuff, put it in the water, and then sprayed it in the places where they're holding the spiders. So just part of as they're drinking the water and consuming the materials in there, they're going to get some of this graphene, and hopefully it would incorporate into their spider webs. And lo and behold, they found that it did. And that was really kind of fascinating in and of itself.
Now, I'm not sure how many kinds of spiders there are, but is this technology or this experiment limited to certain kinds of spiders, or do you think all spiders could be able to produce these strong webs using graphene?
I don't know the specific answer to that, but being as though it's what you're doing is you're feeding carbon into the spider's diet, and so it becomes incorporated into what's going on. So I think the answer to that is most any kind of spider that you could find a way where the spider would ingest the material, it would get incorporated into its web. And what they found with these spider webs that they looked at before and after the graphene was incorporated into them, that it actually increased the strength of the spider, the strands of the spider, or the silk that comes out, by a factor of 3, which is really remarkable. I mean, it just makes some pretty strong things there.
So would it be possible to house enough spiders to create this kind of webbing for mass manufacturing, say for parachutes? That's been an object that they've discussed in using this graphene-based web that these spiders produce.
I mean, I would think so. I mean, we've been taking silkworms, which are kind of related to this, and using them to get enough material to make sheets and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think the answer to that is yes. And spider webs are pretty prolific in what they produce. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've had times where I've come home at 5 o'clock at night, parked my car in the driveway, and come out at 8 o'clock, and there's this rather elaborate web off the bottom of the car. So spiders can produce quite a bit of web material. So the answer to that is yes. It's then you do have this question of how do you extract it in a way that you don't break it and can get long enough strands and can incorporate all the material. I think there's a technological or an engineering challenge of converting it into usable materials, but nonetheless, the strands are stronger than basically anything we have. I mean, even when you're talking about Kevlar and stuff, which are some of the most durable strands or durable pieces of material that we have, they're even better than that. So it would be of great utility if we could figure out how to do that.
Man, that's awesome stuff. And in case you're just joining us, we are with Dr. Jeff Zweerink. You can connect with the good doctor on Twitter at RTB_JZWEERINK, and also with Reasons, where faith and science converge online, reasons.org. Now, Dr. Zweerink, as we wrap things up, I want to put the pedal to the metal and ask you, would you wear a graphene spiderweb parachute falling out of an airplane?
Yes, I would. It's one of those things where you look at that and you think, wow, that's really thin. How's that going to work? But given that I know what the material is and I know what its properties are, I would have to say, yeah, this is probably the best material you could make. It's even kind of cool that the graphene has a capacity to self-repair itself. That's a little redundant there, but it has the capacity to repair itself. because if it's around other carbon stuff. So it could actually be the sort of thing that these would be far better than any sort of materials we have, because you could incorporate the capacity, get some material around so that even if it developed a rip, it could repair itself. And so, yeah, absolutely, I would wear one.
Man, that's awesome. Dr. Zweerink, always great to have you here in Wenz World. Again, connect with our friends at reasons.org online. If you're ever in California, look them up there. A fantastic organization where faith and science converge. Jeff, thanks so much for your time again today in Wenz World, man. We appreciate you.
Very good. Really enjoyed it again, Joey. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, y'all, it's Ginny Ehrhart from the Southern Sisters Radio Show. Have you checked out our website, southernsistershome.com? We have the most gorgeous array of gourmet flour sack towels. They will look fabulous in your kitchen, and they're complete with all sorts of Southern sayings, designs. Go to our website and check us out, southernsistershome.com, and guess what? We have a promo going on right now. 30% off your order. Just put in promo code SISTERS at checkout. Also, free shipping on all U.S. orders.